I was going to do another midterm update video today, which is kind of insane in and of itself, but the more I was looking at it, the more I realized there hasn't been any movement on any of this stuff. Arizona is still just chilling at 70-some%. Nevada, the exact same thing. A bunch of the close and contentious House races that everybody's paying attention to right now. No movement at all whatsoever, and wherever there is, it's minimal to begin with. So why not just shelve that for a second? I got a couple of things planned for tomorrow, and the more I think about it, the more, like, angrier is not the right term, okay? Because to get emotional about this stuff is just ridiculous. Perturbed, maybe a little bit. Disappointed, nah, not even that strongly, okay? Just the media spin that's surrounding everything right now. I think taking a step back for a day, and I've also been looking at a bunch of old stuff from 2020 to see if there's anything that we can learn from there when it comes to media coverage as to what's happening right now. I'm seeing a lot of similarities, so we'll give it a day to gestate. We'll collect all of the news, and we'll throw out a couple of them tomorrow, but I'm going to single out Pennsylvania tomorrow specifically, because we have everything that we need to know about that one. But as of right now, I just thought, why not just go back, take a look at an old friend right here, because there's been an update on the situation. Now we have Kayla Lemieux. You remember the lovely, the stunning and brave woodshop teacher out there in Oakville, Ontario, I do believe. That was the place. Well, after all the controversy of that stunning and brave shop teacher wearing her giant prosthetic breasts, because thank you, free speech in Canada, being completely and utterly sidelined, and YouTube being YouTube. There's only so many descriptors I can use on here, but we can still, we can make some inside jokes, no, can't we? But of course, no, yes, that gorgeous, still a woman was allowed to continue teaching. Okay, there was a couple of protests that were outside of the schools themselves. A couple of them went over the weekend, but I don't know, maybe it was just a momentary spell of lucidity on behalf of the school board, but Kayla was put on paid leave while an investigation or a plan was figured out, and we've got to the end of that. Oh yeah, don't worry, she didn't miss a single paycheck that's out there, because we needed to protect our teachers, and that was fully entrenched here, okay, because there was also the students themselves coming forward, and it's like, this is just weird. Why is this fetishization happening for one of the teachers? This is weird. We don't like this. I even made the case back when we first reported on this stuff. It's like, that's not even appropriate dress, okay? Even if those were real tits and not fake prosthetics. Because if you had your nipples hanging out like that, okay, you had saggy tits down to your belt line, that would be a dress code violation for a well-endowed female. So why is this being allowed? Well, because trans people, like that Family Guy clip, okay, it clearly shows that trans people can get away with fucking anything. Ontario School Board determines busty biologically male teacher allowed to wear fetish props to school. Because of course so. That was always what was going to happen, okay? As you can see, there's a bunch of the places that are down in the States, okay, who just voted and cast their votes legitimately and lawfully, okay, nothing funny at all happening there whatsoever. Nope, of course not. But even still, they decided in some of those places to go even harder for the democratic policies that are eventually going to manifest like this. Because what do you have right here? Well, you have trans rights, trans issues, trans women are women, right? Of course. Okay, that wasn't even in the public lexicon not but 2 years ago. But now, who even knows what it's going to be like 2 years from now, and then will it finally hit that maybe pulling that D lever is really just leading to a whole host of degeneracy, okay? Take a look at what's happening up in Canada if you want to see where that naturally progresses to, because that's what we have right here, okay? So you have the trans agenda that's out there. And then you also have school boards and school unions themselves, okay? So what's more important than the kids actually going to schools? Well, that would be the teachers themselves, because you guys remember, school teachers, they're the real heroes out there. So we need to protect our heroes, okay? Everybody's happy when Supergirl's out there helping, but nobody ever asks if Supergirl needs some help. After a biologically male shop teacher, how very bigoted, identified as Kayla Lemieux. It was funny about the reporting on that too. It's like, oh, I was identified as another person. Then they just were like, yeah, no, it's Kayla Lemieux. And I was like, you just stop being so mean. Began teaching class while wearing a blonde wig, tight bicycle shorts, and most notably, obscenely large prosthetic breasts with protruding nipples. The local school board decided that, despite backlash, the attire would be permitted. Again, I even forgot about the ludicrously really short shorts, okay? The ones that only the creeps at the fucking local mall where we're just about their helmets poking out the bottom of it. But yeah, no, that thing ran the entire degeneracy gamut. And guess what? The school board, stunning and brave. We support all of our teachers. Trans teachers are real teachers. But what are woodshop teachers? Anyways, it was important to recognize the impact that dress code policies can have on members of the transgender community. So that's kind of a weird statement, said the report from the Halton District School Board. Okay, what are you admitting to in that situation? Okay, there's a dress code policy in place, and okay, so it's different for trans members. Okay, but why is that so? Can they not be held to the same standard as other people, or are you also admitting that trans people, or trans women in this particular instances are not real women? Because now you're really stepping on landmines. It's almost like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, because this isn't really going to satisfy anybody who raised concerns with this to begin with, because obviously this is some degenerate haram ass shit. But you've stuck your claim, okay? You've made your claim, you've stuck your flag where you want to put it, but that statement right there, I can already poke holes in this stuff, and I just covered this stuff, okay? That isn't my ideology at all whatsoever. You guys know, you know. But back to the statement here, most notably, it is important for employers to make allowances to ensure that these employees are able to express themselves in accordance with their lived gender. Remember, their experience of being a teacher is more important than their ability to be a teacher. That's also what they're saying with that statement. HDSB's review of the dress code further concluded that imposing rules to prevent a male teacher, while wearing obscenely large prosthetic breasts with protruding nipples, to work would result in considerable liability. Why is that? Okay, given the danger, okay, because a wood shop is a dangerous place, okay? You have large obtrusions in front of you, okay? And I'm a guy who does like a huge set of tits, but normally not that big and not that fake. Fake's not bad, but I don't like dudes with tits, okay? We'll just, hey, cut through the bullshit for a moment. But if you're going to be trying to teach somebody with a circular saw, okay, proper form, okay, you need to be close, but not too close, okay? You need to maintain eye level, okay? Can't be binding the board or anything like that. But if you're going to have fucking a circus attraction attached to your, I was going to say chest, but it's more or less gut area, are you going to be able to properly do all that stuff while, still trying to perform your job appropriately? But I guess that's not what this is about. This is about getting a reliable job that's funded by taxpayer dollars, so that there's always going to be a position there, and then pushing it to see how far ludicrous we can actually get this stuff going. Curtis Enes, director of the education at HDSB, had requested a report addressing various considerations of the board's dress code in September, after Oakville Trafalgar High School became the focus of international attention. They were just kind of like, the fuck is that? And what the fuck is wrong with Canada? That was the basic tone and tenor surrounding this, okay? When photographs and videos circulated on social media and of obviously male teacher, you guys, come on now, we understand at this point. Right now you're just kind of beating a dead horse, but that's fine, okay? Wearing a blonde wig, massive prosthetic breasts while teaching a shop class, yes, and ludicrously short bike shorts, okay, and red lipstick and fucking problem glasses as well. It's like the entire outfit was there. It's like, this is a couple weeks early for Halloween, but oh fuck, you're actually serious. Interesting. At the time, the school and the board stood together by the teacher's right to dress in such an inappropriate way, ignoring the parents and students who protested outside the school, demanding the teacher be forced to leave the fetish wear at home. Yeah, that's what I said at the time. You can go out there and protest, okay? That's your right. Right now in Canada, it's just not going to amount to anything, because you heard those broads that were in charge of the fucking school board and the school themselves, okay? They were fully behind this. Guess what? You elect women, and that's what you get. If an employer's dress code and grooming standards place more difficult requirements on female employees, now they're starting to say that trans women are women. I understand. Okay, relative to those placed on male employees, don't have your primary or secondary sex organs hanging out or put them fully on display, like what we're seeing right here. Okay, But you can see what else they're teaching here. Blank slate equalism, that men and women are completely and totally the same. We need to have equal application that's out there. You're not getting a quality education at this fucking place. Or require female employees to dress in a manner which is more conventional. Such as standards could form the basis of discrimination under the code, continues to report. Fucking hilarious, okay? I'd imagine there's probably a blanket policy that's out there that you can't have any sort of, obscene piercings or tattoos showing, okay? And I'm sure that applies to both male and female teachers, right? The dress code, probably shirt, appropriate length pants, perhaps. But again, these were like mid-thigh bike shorts. But again, no, what's your underwear policy too? Again, I'm sure that's probably in there in some form or fashion. Not that I'm asking, I'm just saying. I think you're probably cherry picking a couple of examples. Ironically, the Ontario Human Rights Code policy on sexualized and gender-specific dress code was written to protect women from being forced to dress in a sexualized way by employers. Oh my fucking god. Yep, see what happens. You just pander to the female emotions that are out there, and then you get some of the dumbest fucking shit possible. That's what happens when you have simps doing all this shit. Oh, how do we be better men so that our women will appreciate us and like us more? Fucking dorks. According to the policy, forcing women to wear high heels, tight clothing, or low-cut tops reinforces stereotypical and sexist notions about how women should look and may violate Ontario human rights codes. Okay, cool. Yep. Heaven forbid we'd want women to dress in stereotypical ways. Couldn't possibly ever foresee that happening at all whatsoever. Nope. No, wouldn't ever happen. Every single time you see one of these Transformers pop out, yeah, they always go to the extremes. But don't worry, guys, that's not all, okay? Because now it's starting to leak down to New Hampshire, and New Hampshire had its chance with the Senate. You guys, you had your opportunity, but you fucked it all away, and guess what now? Now you got your first taste of some of the most blatant wokeness that's been out there, okay? A biological male wins Miss America in a New Hampshire teen beauty pageant. Now, okay, this isn't the first time that we've seen this, okay? Miss Nevada, I thought, was a trans gentleman, something like that, back in 2021 or something like that. Passable-ish, but you still knew because, well, the Adam's apple tells a fucking tale, and there's only certain things that you can do in order to cover up the hands, and the fact that they give up the whole ghost. But this one right here, how does... I don't get this, okay? Beauty pageant, okay? Like, the only beauty pageant that this giant fucking, well, I guess now teen beauty queen, which is fucking ridiculous. The only thing that they should be winning should involve a blue fucking ribbon, okay? And should be taking place at a fucking state fair, for Christ's sakes. But we're here now at this point. Just wait and see what the fuck is going to manifest after the quote-unquote red trickle over the next 2 years. So we started off with, well, they just want to use whatever bathroom that they want now. And now, all of a sudden, you pick the most stunning and most brave out of all of this stuff. Brianna Nguyen, a biological male who identifies as a female, has won Miss New Deary 2023 in New Hampshire, making Nguyen the first transgender title holder within the Miss America organization. Yeah, definitely deserved to win that, okay? Definitely, like, this story is so fucking haram on so many different levels, okay? Which is the cutest preteen that's out there? That's not my position, okay? My last name is not Biden, okay? I'm not gonna opine on this subject, but I can tell you which one is definitely not gonna win, okay? But I'll tell you which one definitely did. And the fact that the Instagram name is still, oh no, it's Brianna. I'm sorry, I thought it still said Brian. Like, it's like, are we gonna be that fucking brazen? But I guess we are. In the 100-year history of Miss America, I have officially become the first transgender title holder within the Miss America organization. Yeah, because that was only a thing yesterday, and you took advantage of the situation. Oh, we got our first competitor out there. Not even attractive at all whatsoever, okay? Not a cute kid, okay? I don't want to go any further because that shit's just fucking gross and totally off limits. No, oh, I'm sorry. I should do this more appropriately, and given my head cold status, I could probably pull this off a little bit better anyways. No words can describe the feeling I have
Oh, I'm having the opportunity to serve my community and represent my community for the very first time at Miss New Hampshire. Nguyen added, I'm so honored to be crowned your Miss New Deary 2023, and I'm thrilled to show you all that I have up my sleeves.
Pause. Wait a minute. Oh no, not like that. Okay.
This will be an amazing year. Yeah, you'll get a lot of attention for that, and a lot of strange kind of cocked head looks. Anyways, not the only cock that's going to be there. Along with the crown and title, Miss Nguyen has also earned a scholarship.
Yes, of course, because this is just all a fucking publicity stunt. Can we just cut the shit for a second? Okay, obviously, you had your first trans competitor, okay? The fuck did you think was going to happen? It's just a bunch of other white girls that are up there, okay? Let's just call it like we see it right there, okay? You had a Southeast Asian, you had a trans, okay? It was so fucking easy to just call it right there. But you can't say anything to the contrary. Oh no, of course not. You might be able to debate trans women being women, and certain corners of the internet will just, make entire channels, Twitter pages, Facebook pages, all they want on all that stuff, okay? But even just taking a look at it, okay, even if we're down this far on the slippery slope, how do you justify this stuff? Well, you can make a historic first out there. You can put it out on your press release that our first ever trans competitors, our first ever trans winner. We broke so many glass ceilings. Cool. Now, if only everybody who was more concerned about these glass ceilings being broken would just take a walk through the aftermath and have their feet looking like John McClane out of the first Die Hard, that'd be a much better step in the right direction. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.